obviously no game at the weekend after the Newcastle match. Has it been an opportunity to give players a rest, or actually have you been in training working on specific areas?
Well, we had 2 training days last week, so we had plenty of rest time to get on top of things and refresh. But there was a few areas we wanted to nail down, so we had 2 really good training days, and we targeted a few bits that we want to push on in our game. Yeah,
any particular areas?
No, I mean, again, it's more the accuracy bit that we've been talking about the last few weeks. We feel we've made some good shifts in, particularly in attack. There's still a couple of little bits that we want to get right that we feel could take us to the next level. And as always, we've reshaped our D and set piece, and we're nowhere near the ceiling we feel we can get to. So it's just pushing the messages we've been working on all year. But I think we've made some good strides. So we now, we want to take it to the next level.
Yeah, and you talked after Newcastle about being more clinical. You certainly did that in the second half, but I guess it's trying to get it for the full 80 minutes.
Yeah, I think it's always a tricky balance. You start talking too much about accuracy and you can forget what the foundations and what's been making us good, which is working hard and being nice and physical. So I think for us, we've always got to look at that as coaches and work out where the balance is in the messaging to the players and how we prepare them for the game. So half time we pulled it together, if you like.
Northampton up next, another tough test on a decent run in the league. They're hoping to finish in that top 4. So this is going to be another stern test.
Yeah, I mean, look, they're on fire at the moment, aren't they? Everything sort of is coming off. They've got good momentum. They had a tricky spell earlier in the year and found their way through it. And I think their players are certainly united on what they want to do, and the coaches have. Obviously, their game plan is working well for them. I think the conditions suit what they're trying to do as well, and they're good to watch. So a real tough challenge for us.
Yeah, and what are you going to need to do to make sure you can go there and hope to get a result?
Well, we're certainly expecting it to be a lot of running. We know the metres per minute are going to be high. I think they've really nailed their set piece. I think that's what's kicked them on. Actually, I think they've been playing some good attacking rugby, but their set piece has come on really well in the last few weeks, and and their sort of defence around the tighter areas, I think they've addressed and really pushed hard. So it's I expect a good running game of rugby. I expect it to be hard work.
Plenty of tries then, if it's going to be a running game, hopefully.
There's a good chance of that. Yeah, absolutely.
We saw a really good performance from Lloyd Evans. Obviously, he picked up an injury towards the end of the Newcastle game, but really kicking well. How pleased have you been with him and his development this season?
Yeah, I think it's been brilliant. Obviously the situation at 10 changed quite early in the season, so we found ourselves one less 10. But I thought Lloyd was on a great upward curve, if you like, at that period, and then he picked up that niggle against Saints actually at the beginning of the year, which sort of kept him out for 10 weeks, which was a shame. But I think, give credit to him, we challenged him with a few bits of watching rugby and understanding bits and pieces that we wanted to push forward while he was injured, and I thought he stepped back into that game like he'd never had the 10 weeks off. So really, really pleased with Lloyd. I think he's diligent, he's working hard, and he's got a really good future.
And the fact you've had a little bit of time since Newcastle, I mean, has he shaken off his injury? And Johnny May as well obviously went off injured.
Yeah, we had a few bangs. I don't want to talk too much on here about who's injured and who's not injured. But I mean, it's given anyone who's got a small niggle the opportunity just to shake those off and recover. So as always, there's a number of players injured, but it's been good for us just to work hard but have a good few days rest in between.
Just a couple of other things. It's a restart rugby this weekend. I know we're going to speak to Lewis in a minute about that, but for you, how important is that campaign?
Yeah, it's massive. I think it's obviously been pushed for a little while now and growing in the background, but I think it's massive. And I think guys like Luds and the boys who can have real, can make a real difference promoting it, then it's brilliant.
We're going to hear obviously a Lions announcement this week in terms of the touring squad. Are you expecting a few players from Gloucester to be involved?
Well, I hope there'll be as many as possible on there from Gloucester. Anyone who gets on that tour who represents Gloucester is brilliant. I don't know. There's no heads up or anything like that from our point of view. So I'll have my fingers crossed for anyone who's in contention and hope as many as possible.